What's up, everybody? That's right here with more Tales of Arise. Last time we lost our mask, so we fought the Wind Lord and kicked her ass, and then all of a sudden the dude that we ran into, we were just resting that one time for Shion, the guy with the little feathers on his little shoulders, showed up. Turns out he's the Water Lord, and he fucking put a sword straight through the Wind Lord, fucked her up, so she's gone. He's our last Lord. Well, we fought with him a little bit, just a cutscene. Lost our mask, and when we lost our mask, we actually were able to feel pain again, because he grabbed Shion, we went to reach out for her, she touched us, and her thorns, yeah, they sting. So homeboy got hurt, she got sad, and boom, he took her away. This all happened on a boat. Boat goes down, we wake up by ourselves. We just walked down the beach a little bit. We ran into Rinwell and Dohaling, and I need to heal. They said that the other two, Law and Kisara, are in a village just down the way. So we're on our way there to meet up with them. Let's go ahead and get going and see what the hell's going on. And actually, when we lost the mask, pretty sure Alphen got all his memories back, but we'll have to see. Wait and find out there. But anyways, let's go. Why isn't he running? Well, like sprinting.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
I'm not done.
No further.
Here I come.
Raging storm!
Ouch.
Here I come.
Back it out again!
I owe you one.
Raging cascade!
Double demon
Please
fang.
now! I'll be saving this one!
Can you take it?
Double demon fang.
Take this. Seismic
Wind.
In here!
Take this.
I'll be saving this one!
Swallow blade. Try harder. No, you can't.
I'll be saving this one!
Take this. This one's all mine.
Steel force!
Eat dirt.
He who stands
You're mine.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
You're
Holy
mine.
river!
You're mine.
Holy land!
It's over.
negative gate.
Here.
Resonate with the earth.
An astral light.
That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Ready!
Double demon fang.
Celestial
Heal. Slash. Megasonic
I'm
thrust.
ready.
That's
In
weird.
an instant.
Just trying to get the Mystic Art to go off, he wasn't going off.
Let's refrain from losing.
How did I miss that? Nice clear water. I gotta go to Hawaii or the Caribbean. See nice clear water. The water out here in California is very dark and murky. Ooh, an owl. There it is.
Speaking of Thistlelim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really?
Probably.
Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
He'll be fine after a
I
while.
believe we should hold off on
Whoops.
speculation. Simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
A right eye patch. To go with our left one. Something's going on in the forest. More costumes.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Actually, can we warp anywhere? Nope, not yet. Alright. Thistleum.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah. And now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first.
Bring it up. Yep, there we go.
I got my memory back.
Oh yeah, I remember now. We did get his memory back. We saw that little scene with them. They did tests on him and shit. I can't believe I forgot that. That's why you gotta play games every day, not, you know, take a few days in between.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
Yeah, Law. Back the fuck up.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
His wet dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
Interesting.
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone?
Volron's the guy's name I
Take
couldn't
some
remember.
time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Real question is, how the hell is he over 300 years old?
Thank you.
Like, what happened to him after they put the mask on?
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're overthinking it, bro. You're fine. All right. Where the hell are we? I see all kinds of trees around here I don't recognize. Is there any help for us getting back to Mahaksar? Those chickens over there look weird. The way they move, they're like all like staticky and shit. They're like fucking robots.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
So that's the thing though too, is like, what the hell was the ceremony? So the main and the sovereign, like the yin and the yang, so the two opposites, kind of like Shion and Alphen with like her pain, him no pain, whatever, like, you know. But the ceremony must have been accomplished something, but they must not have linked correctly, and that's why shit got fucked up. But I don't know. Should be thinking about what needs to be done. Well, let's get this fish first. Now we can go faster, sprinting wise. Alright. Why she always gotta be facing the wrong way? I mean, this is the right way for us, because we can see the booty, but still.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
I think now would be a good time for you to reflect on things. The coastline up ahead is swarming with Zeugles. I won't stop you from going, but don't bring any of them back to the village. After that nasty shipwreck, I'm surprised I'm still alive. Alright, where is everybody else? Ooh, chest. Tried looking everywhere for him, but I can't find Mahavar. Damn it. Why do you have to be the only one to have gone down with the ship? That was the captain dude.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. no family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
So here for me, it's really hard to be all alone. Every single one of us is alone. Rinwell's, lost her family. We're apparently 300 years old. Kasara lost her brother. Law lost his dad. Dohalim. I don't know, I guess he's a lonely guy. He's got nobody. So where the fuck is Law? Way the hell over there, huh? Alright. This fucking horse is a buff-ass chest.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what?
Of course.
What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Of
Do I
course.
even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes.
He's calling you
Now,
a
I'm gonna ask
pussy,
you
bro.
this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen. You're probably right about all this.
Alphen,
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
And Law's useful for once.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Alright. This isn't much of a village, by the way.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Alright. Don't want to increase anybody's stuff. I guess I gotta look at hers. Counter edge upon enemy defeat. Why not? I think I'll just hold off. I don't really care about her other skills
Look
there.
sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Actually, you know what? Can I go into the inn real quick? Is there like an item dude around here, or like a weapon guy? There are. Alright, so I need to do a thunder knell again. I don't have any icicle feigns. I can do yours. The dark wings, huh? Interesting. Alright, let's do this for you. Alright, so I can do yours. I just need crystal knuckles. That's fine, so I can make those. I did not mean to equip those, god damn it. I keep doing that every time they remake a weapon. Alright, perfect. Alright, so can't do any of yours. And do a couple of yours. Well, I might as well just make both. Red and enhanced arts, is that dark? I mean, I'll make that one, but I'm gonna equip this one. Alright, cool. Perfection. What I need a thunder knell. Let me just make one of those to get out of the way. Alright, cool. 16 dog tags, how about that?
Guys checked your equipment lately?
Actually, you know what? I haven't checked that in a while. My accessories. Can I make anything really good with this one? Counterattack damage plus 30, huh? Glutton for battle. The fuck is that? Increases damage dealt by 5% for each enemy on the field. Increased aggro. Physical damage down plus defense 20. That's actually kind of nice. See, the Glutton for battle isn't bad, but I don't really care about the wind damage or the light and dark minus damage. Because it just increases damage. Could be any damage, I guess. So maybe this would be good for one of the mages, but whatever. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Then decreased aggro, resistance plus 40, and max HP up. Defense plus 60, wow. Smackdown. Rare drop, alright. You know what? Let me try this one. So I think I do have elemental down on somebody. Elemental attack up. Water, earth, defense. Paralysis, lights. Does anybody use light damage? Maybe Shion, but I think that was it. Alright, that one's all shit. Yeah, alright. Which one was I looking at? This one. Alright, let me make this one. Alright, enhance. Whoops, not done yet. I need a 3. Alright, cool.
I'd like...
Alright, not you. Actually, no, yours is pretty nice. I heard I had a good shit on yours. You need a good one. You can get... You need the aggro, actually. Let me give you... this one. I'll give you... And I'll give you... ML attack. Do you really have magic? You don't, but... I'll take the attack up, though. The defense. Yeah, let's do it. What? Oh, I have it equipped already. Never mind. In that case... that should be good enough. Yeah, alright.
You check their wares if you don't mind.
Got any new equipment? You do. Buy it. Alright. And there goes all my money. Good stuff. But I can sell the old shit. Actually, let me check my items. Life bottles. Orange gels. I should be fine with the health ones.
Never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Yeah, we did. Money comes and goes. Buy what you want.
Do you sense one of your friends, Poodle?
There's a fucking owl here? Where? I didn't spot an owl before. Maybe it's up here. With the fight.
Remember, if the paint's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come!
The enemies in this game are very
There's
repetitious.
a firm no-Zuko policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work.
I meant to do that sooner.
I can carve through armor.
This one's not simple!
Swallow this. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. Shield strike. Rip and tear. Enemy wields arts too. All yours, Kisara.
Not a chance. I'm on strong. Eat dirt. Be my guest. Here I come.
I'm on it. What do you hear?
Severing wing. Take this. You're mine. Here I come.
I've taken too many hits!
Now this is yours. Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the cover is to me.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika!
Make it rain. Dragon-building thrust.
Thunderblade! Illuminate the dark!
Here I come.
You gonna heal a lot, dude, or what?
It's over.
Oh, I forgot he's not in the battle. I should have, you know, thought about that. Oh well, no one died, so victory.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Danan's fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was? They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon.
I swear they do these little party chat things in a fucking bulk.
Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renin. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Kisara used to be all like fucking tough nose. Now she's like all heartwarming. Alright, where's this damn owl? Oh, there he is. It's a little scaredy cat owl. This fucking starfish on his head. Star hair clip.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Sure we will. First, side quest.
Okay.
You people know how to fight Zeugles, yeah? Guess I've got a big favor to ask. You do indeed appear to be in dire straits. I could have sworn we already wiped out all the Zeugles that were trying to get into this village, though. Oh, you did. These Zeugles ain't trying to attack us. They're stealing our fish. Your fish. Yeah, these ape Zeugles, they've got huge arms which they use to smash the surface of the water and create these big shockwaves. They do that to stun the fish, which makes them float to the surface and ripe for the taking.
Damn it.
Somehow they learned how to do that recently, and they've gotten damn good at it because it's making the rest of us go hungry. It's quite the pickle you're in.
What?
Damn straight it is. It ain't like these fish grow on trees. That sort of fishing ain't good for our waters.
Is that so?
Oh, so that's your point of contention. The manner in which they fish, not the actual fishing part. You guys are the only ones that have what it takes to drive those crazy monkeys out. Can we count on you to help? We'll see what we can do. Absolutely. We'll sort out these fishy. Oh my god. We'll sort out these fishy fishing Zeugles once and for all. Couldn't have put it better myself. As a fisher herself, this case has gotten her quite fired up, as you can see.
Great job.
It's smarty kind of you to help us out, ma'am. Sorry to lay this on your feet, but we gladly appreciate it. Fishing fiends.
I'll teach these small fry
Feet, four, terrapin fists.
Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
Calm
Guess we're having
your booty
fish for dinner
down.
tonight.
They must be in the other area. I can't even go to these other areas yet. Wow, dude. I can't even go to Owl Forest. That's cool. You know what? Let me go ahead and heal. Let me enter my party before I forget to. Strategy. No, sorry. R1. Let me take. Do I want Law or Kisara? Let me keep. Well, it's been a while since I've had Law in the party. Look at that space there where Shion was. So lonely and empty. Where the hell is he? Where's the fucking... There he is. Dark Mark. Kebab. XP boost. You know what? I'm gonna do that one.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
When she said, looks perfect and tastes just as good, I was gonna say, what, your ass? But I didn't. But now I did.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
Right.
Feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Alright. This is a windy area. What the hell is this? Is it a campfire? Yeah. Why would there be one way down here where there nothing is, and there's one way over here where we're going? Alright, well, let's find these Zoogles and we'll explore. Shinefall Woods.